Thank you for logging on to the PawCast for the week of Monday, August 31st through Friday, September 4th. Hi, I'm Mr. Andrews, and it's time for Pawville News. And welcome to our very first PawCast of the school year. Parents and students, I want to make you aware that this coming week we are going to be having 3 days of pre-assessments. They'll be on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday mornings, and we'll get started as soon as we possibly can. So always going to be appreciative if we can get there in a timely manner to get our day started, take care of our morning duties. And on Monday morning, we're going to have a pre-assessment of our 5th grade science curriculum. We'll have a pre-assessment of the 5th grade reading curriculum on Tuesday, and then on Friday, we'll have our third and last one of the week, and that is a pre-assessment of the 5th grade math curriculum. Well, the information that we get from these pre-assessments will definitely help me drive my instruction for this school year. It'll certainly let me know where your child has strengths and proficiencies, and it's also going to show me where we need to definitely hone in and delve in deeper on certain skills. Now, by all means, I'm expecting that to delve in and work on proficiency on many skills, but there are going to be some things that I can see that your child has strengths in, and we certainly wouldn't want to spend a lot of extra time there. So those pre-assessments this week that we take are going to be very valuable to me in planning and certainly implementing instruction in our classroom. This week in math, we are going to be talking about place value relationships, how the powers of 10 and how place value actually relate to each other. So we'll be using words like 10 times as much as and 1/10 of. So be expecting to hear some of that conversation when your child comes home. In science this week, we are going to be talking about weather and climate and just what those two terms mean and how they differ from each other as well. Also, we're going to be tracking our tropical storm Erica, and hopefully that if it does not become a hurricane, or if it does, it will spin out towards the Atlantic Ocean. Be watching the weather this weekend to see the developments of tropical storm Erica. In social studies this week, we are going to continue to develop Purple Pawville, our classroom country. I'm hoping that our students are relaying some of this when they talk with you in the evenings and get their planners signed by you. We are going to be developing our classroom country of Pawville as we learn and develop our understanding and knowledge of the United States. They're going to go hand in hand this year. Also, in language arts this week, we are going to spend quite a bit of time talking about the parts of speech, conjunctions and articles, and, well, just talk about basic grammar this week. We also have a couple of passages that we're going to read in addition to our read aloud, Maniac McGee.
Capital, oh, which one will we learn about this week?
Mr. Wilhelm, great job again with our jingle. That is our very own Mr. Wilhelm down the hallway, who is playing his ukulele, and he actually wrote the lyrics to Where in the United States is Mr. Andrews? Thank you, sir, again. Well, we're to that part of the PawCast where you get a chance to try to figure out where in the United States am I standing. I will have a picture of a Capitol building behind me, and I will give you 4 clues that I'm getting ready to read out for our very first state of the school year. So here are our clues. The first clue for this state is that the dome on the Capitol building that you see behind me, it was built in 1888, and it's 7 feet higher than the dome of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. This state produces more wool than any other state. This state experiences the most tornadoes in the United States, with an average of 139 tornadoes per year. And the state mammal is the armadillo. Hopefully one of those 4, or maybe even if you know what the state capitol building looks like of this state, any of those can help you come up with the name of the state, and you're also going to need to tell me what capital city was I standing in. If you can put 2 of those, or both of those actually, on your answer sheet, I'll also need to have your parents' signature, and their signature lets me know that they also listen to this PawCast.
Where is Mr. Andrews? He's in the U.S. He's at a capital. Oh, which one will we learn about this week?
Let's all have a great week together, and let's all get the big paw.